Hi, I'm Victoria with Crown Linen Designs, and as a mother, and hopefully someday a grandmother, I worry about the planet that we're going to leave our children, and I know I'm not alone. After starting Crown Linen 6 years ago, I quickly learned that linen is not only healthy for our bodies, but healthy for our environment. We're living in an era of fast fashion and are producing more clothing by far than any other time in history. In fact, the average person today owns 3 times as much clothing as their grandparents did. But you may be shocked at the toll this is taking on our environment. Clothing production is responsible for nearly 20% of all industrial water pollution and uses 25% of all chemicals produced worldwide. It releases 10% of the carbon emissions in our air. That's 3 times what the entire airline industry produces. And making clothing is just the start of the environmental toll. Clothes are often sewn on the assumption that they will only be worn 7 times before being discarded. In fact, of the 100 billion pieces of clothing produced each year, half will be burned or in a landfill within 12 months. 12 months! The average American generates over 75 pounds of textile waste per year, and that number is rising astronomically. I used to feel better about donating my old clothes, but I learned that most clothing donations go straight into a landfill. So much for that solution. And most clothing contains synthetics that aren't biodegradable. Okay, so what's the answer? Linen. Linen comes from the flax flower that grows naturally. The whole flax plant can be used, leaving no waste. And it doesn't need pesticides. It doesn't require irrigation, and it needs far less water than cotton. A linen blouse requires 400 times less water than cotton. 400 times! It is recyclable and fully biodegradable. And linen lasts for years. It actually gets softer and more supple with each washing. Yet, only about 1% of all clothing is made from linen. Just imagine if that was 10% or 20% or more. What kind of impact would that make on our world? And it's one of the easiest things we can do. I wear linen almost every day, summer and winter. I love how it looks, how great it breathes even under a sweater or a jacket. Wearing anything else makes me feel smothered. So let's all look good, feel good, and do good. Thanks for watching.